State Warriors starters. The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. The Splash Brothers are the guards. And it's Barnes in the 3 spot.
It is so hard to contain him. He just seems to get it done however he has to do it.
Well, Portland had another strong season against the rest of the West. Ended up with a record of 31-20, good enough to earn them the 4th spot in the West.
Here's Curry. Portland making their last shot. On defense, Golden State. McCollum dishes to Aminu. Feeds it to Plumlee. And that one is hammered home.
The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth. Even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish.
Stephen Curry. For 3.
Curry's shot is good.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Portland did end up 4th in the West, as you said, Greg. You're talking about that. And their 31-21 in-conference record was the exact same as it was at the end, Clark, of the 2014 season.
Well, actually, Portland won more games in 2014 than they did last season. Ended up 4th in the conference, mostly because of how they won their division.
And Thompson kicks to Curry. 6 to shoot. Rebounded by McCollum. Here's Harkless. Warriors with the rebound.
You rarely see him missing dunks, but the defender was right in his face on that one, and it threw him off just enough.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
Substitution.
And really just a lack of awareness on his part. Just no idea he was right near the line.
Ed Davis is checked in for Portland. The offensive rebound. And here's Green outside. Plumlee with the rebound.
He certainly didn't take advantage of the poor defense, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
I tell you what, I think he'd be happy if he can continue to get looks like that.
Warriors leading by 3. Bogut sets a screen for Curry. From deep 3-point range. And Davis pulls it down.
Those touches disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
For the Trailblazers. Myers comes in for Plumlee. And Crabbe subbed in for Maurice Harkless.
Allen Crabbe.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
So many great statistics are available to demonstrate just how dominant the Warriors were last season. My favorite is, GA, their point differential.
You know, to be able to beat your opponent by double digits on average is something only 8 teams have been able to do in the history of the league.
It's amazing. Trailblazers trailed by 5. Out to the right wing. Stolen by Thompson. From deep 3-point range. Look at that shot! How did that go in?
How about that?
Oh! Here's Crabbe. Portland again missing. Curry is inside. Davis is on it. From deep 3-point range. Curry's shot is off.
Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
It always is, and it has been so far, and they've got a nice edge on the glass.
Well, he's an undersized center, but he more than makes up for it with some serious leaping ability.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Five to shoot. From deep. Another miss by Curry. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
In for your Trailblazers, Noah Vonleh.
And so the first quarter is in the books. And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Warriors.
Tell you what, guys, they're showing us a lot of energy early on and racking up those fast break points.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
Warriors lead by 6.
And what a first year it was for Steve Kerr and the Warriors. It was the best debut as a new coach ever. 67 wins. He also established a franchise win total in his first year.
Damian Lillard out there with Craig at the 4. They're the group the Portland Trailblazers will start the second quarter. And really deep three that time. And it's 9 points for Steph Curry.
How good is that? I mean, he can make a defender look foolish at times.
It's stolen by Green. And Thompson kicks to Curry. From deep.
Trailblazers foul.
And Gerald Henderson is going to pick up that foul.
That's his first personal foul.
That is his first foul of the game.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the result.
Greg, that's 3 in a row from out there now, so they've got to do a better job contesting.
And Portland making a change here. Harkless is checked in.
Cutting into the lead with a huge one-hand throwdown.
That's how to get your team back into it.
Yes, sir.
I tell you what, guys, that might also put a little spark into those guys.
That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3. Portland was just fantastic at home last season. We expect that, though, of this team. Greg, 13-9. It was packed each game.
And Kevin, up that 42-win mark, how about that was the 4th best in the entire league. You don't win your division without winning at home, and Portland definitely took care of business.
Mason Plumlee's checked in for Vonleh. Grab the pass to Harkless. Dishes to Crab. The feed now to Aminu. And Harkless slams it in.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flush.
Shot clock at 6. Curry with it. Lillard picks him up. And a miss there on the triple.
Well, I tell you what, it seems as though Portland is always good at home. It was 2007 when they last had a losing record in this building. Even when they're down overall, they're always tough at home.
Yeah, field goal percentage above 50 now. Their offense is starting to show.
And, you know, that's a really good sign. I mean, they stumbled out of the gate, but they're starting to look a little better now and regaining some ground.
Now here's Curry. 12 points for him. Again, Curry missing.
And unfortunately, guys, for Portland, they didn't have home court advantage in the playoffs. As great as they were at home all year, it could have made a big difference for them in the postseason.
And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
Yeah, good job to take it right at them.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. I mean, he had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
2 shots.
A different look now for Portland. Ed Davis is checked in for Harkless. And McCollum subbed in for Damian Lillard.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten in the first half.
And I think they should continue to work the ball down low, Clark. It's really going to free up their outside shooting.
Now here's Curry. 14 points for him. From deep three-point range. From beyond the arc and then some. Curry's got 11 points in the quarter.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Most teams get the message to cover shooters after 1 or 2 wide open looks at the three-point shot, but it seems like they have just not figured it out.
Out left to the wing. Jacks up a three. Crab pulls it in.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Plumlee with it. Now Green defending. Davis with a screen on Curry. Crab. No good on the three. From deep. And there's Stephen Curry on the assist by Thompson. 20 points for Steph Curry.
They brought up their three-point percentage this quarter. They're shooting it well right now. The defense may need to think about making some kind of adjustment to slow that down.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game. Takes the three. They get it back. The steal. It's stolen by Bogut. Got it up. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow. A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. Warriors ahead, leading by 17. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit. Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry.
And the threes, they just dropped for him consistently. He was in a zone in that first half.
I'll say, I mean, this couldn't have been a more productive day for him from long range so far.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback.
Always been a dynamic scorer, and we saw in that first half the entire repertoire on display.
Yeah, he's a hard man to keep down, and so far they haven't found the answer for him. I don't know if there is an answer for him, quite honestly.
So for the Golden State Warriors right now, the Splash Brothers are the guards. Barnes and Green are the forward set. And it's Bogut in at the pivot spot manning the middle. Aminu dishes to McCollum. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. The shot's good from Plumlee.
Now that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up.
And here is Curry. 23 points in the game. Clock at 6. From deep three-point range. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Curry's got 26. We all know about the Splash Brothers, but it seems everyone on Golden State now can hit a three. They set a franchise record in made threes last year at 883 triples.
Incredible. Wow. I mean, they can stretch you out as well as anyone, and it's why they are so good going small. I mean, they did lead the league in three-point percentage last year, making almost 40% of those threes.
Myers Leonard, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Vonleh comes in for Al-Farouq Aminu.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Bogut kicks to Green. And here's Barnes for three. The shot will not go. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. To the right side. It's stolen by Green. And Thompson kicks to Curry.
Stephen Curry.
That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. 28 points for Steph Curry.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
And he gets it to go.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the deep.
They double team Curry. Leonard with the steal. Lillard the pass to Harkless. And there's the foul. It'll go on Mo Harkless.
That's his first foul.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was one step late that time, Greg.
Here's Barnes. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. It's Curry with the drive. Just 5 to shoot. Lets it go with the three. Can't get it to go. Trailblazers trailed by 18. And it's good. On through contact, it's the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
That's his second personal foul.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spots. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
And really, the Warriors had an amazing regular season last year. Just from a historical standpoint, it was one of the best ever.
It's tipped. It's stolen by Curry. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
That's his
Yeah,
first
easy call.
personal foul.
Yeah, you could hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
Harrison
The
Barnes.
Warriors shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
And as a team, really just middle of the pack in terms of their percentage from the line at about 76.
And for the Warriors last year, they would end the season with 67 wins. That number, Clark, tying for the 6th best win total in NBA history.
And my guess is only a few people saw it coming. I mean, and as the season wore on, it became more and more apparent that the Warriors were for real, but it took a while for people to accept that fact.
And here is Curry. After Damian Lillard was able to get the 3 to go.
Portland ball. Trailblazers timeout.
Now a timeout called by Portland. One guy who's been getting it done so far, Stephen Curry.
He's definitely rolling offensively. You might not be able to stop him, but you've got to find a way to contain him.
And some changes here for the Warriors. Trailblazers trailed by 15. Here's Roberts. Drills it from outside. Roberts got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
That's far too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
3 of their last 5 makes come from beyond the arc. The defense has to react quicker.
And he's way off from outside.
You know, when he has the ball outside like that, that's exactly the kind of D they need to play on it.
To the middle. Here's Henderson. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Poked away. And it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here. Here's Iguodala. They double team Iguodala. Barbosa dishes to Livingston. Spates kicks to Iguodala. And it's sent back by Kaman. Here's Roberts. Poked loose. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Warriors lead by 15. From Portland, we're back in a moment. And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. Trailblazers trail by 15. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. On the floor for Portland.
Chris Kaman.
Davis is out there with Chris Kaman. Then it's Henderson. Then there's Brian Roberts.
Cutting into the lead with a huge one-hand throwdown.
That's how to get your team back into it.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
I tell you what, guys, that might also put a little spark into those guys.
And Portland has possession after the Warriors pick up 3. And finished off by Kaman.
My goodness, he sure can get off the ground.
One of the best in the business for sure. You're
I
right.
tell you what, he is an imposing finisher around the rim. He makes it look a little too easy.
Spates the pass to Barbosa. Over to the wing. Here's Livingston. Offensive rebound. Now Rush. Livingston kicks to Rush. And a miss there on the triple.
Boy, from my angle, it looked like it was in the bottom of the net. Looked good from here.
Yeah, I'm about as shocked as you are, Clark.
Here's Roberts. That one falls coming off of Davis's feed.
As long as they keep spraying them from deep, we're going to have ourselves one exciting finish.
Yeah, it took them a while, but now they're starting to get into a flow from outside. And boy, is that timely.
Now here's Spates. No good and tight defense there. Bothered that shot. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
First personal foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Then for the Warriors, Green, he's checked in for Rush. Klay Thompson comes in for Leandro Barbosa. And it's Stephen Curry in for Sean Livingston.
That's his third personal foul.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Hi,
Damian
Kevin. I
Lillard.
was able to hear the advice Terry Stotts gave to his team during that last break. He's not pleased with the careless turnovers offensively, saying, listen, we've got to get shots. It's as simple as that. We have to play smart and value the basketball. Kevin, did it sink in?
All right, Doris, thank you very much. Now here's Curry. 6 on the shot clock. Thompson with it. Now defended by McCollum. Spates. The three-pointer is right on target. Spates has got 6 here in this quarter.
Such a height mismatch out on the perimeter, and they give up the triple.
Curry against Lillard. Outside Curry. count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
That's his second personal
He has really punished these defenders today. No matter who's been on him, he's been giving them medicine.
Seems every season, Clark, you hear the same thing. Portland Trailblazers had to deal with some tough injuries.
Kevin, it appears as though it might actually be a curse. I don't like to use that word, but the history of this team and injuries is as unique as any in the league. Last year, no different.
It's stolen by Aminu. The three from McCollum. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
Can't get anything to drop. I mean, the way he's going, it's probably not something he should try and shoot his way out of.
Well, they say you should shoot your way out of it, but his teammates probably have other thoughts in mind. The last thing they want to see him doing is continuing to cast that.